What's going on, guys? It's your boy Whisper here, aka the guy in the hat. Today we're bringing you another death battle reaction. We're bringing you Frieza versus Megatron. Now, I'm not too thrilled about this matchup, guys. Like, Megatron shouldn't even be in the same stadium as Frieza. Like, Frieza can blow up a planet. Megatron, as far as I can tell, can't. He might be able to wipe out a continent or even a whole area of the planet, but that's about it, as far as I can tell. Like, he needs a whole army of Decepticons to even be a threat to the planet. Frieza could blow up our planet 50 times over without even breaking a sweat. Megatron is basically like Little League compared to Major League here. Like, I don't know, guys. Like, this should really be like a 10-second fight. I'm not sure why Megatron was even paired up against him. I don't know. Maybe next week's death battle will be Beerus versus freaking Optimus Prime. I don't know. Just because, you know, I can't even understand the matchups anymore here, guys. Anyway, guys, I'm rambling on. Let's hop straight into it, guys. Like, comment, subscribe for more reaction videos just like this one. Without further ado, let's hop straight into it.
Frieza, the Dread Emperor from Dragon Ball.
And Megatron, the Decepticon commander from Transformers.
When these
Again,
two
do not
dictators
get this
collide,
matchup.
The cosmos will tremble.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons,
I'd
armor,
definitely
and
be
skills to
way
find
more
out who
scared
would
of
win
Frieza than
a
Megatron.
death battle.
Megatron is the equivalent of Godzilla to me. Like, yes, devastating, but not
Deep
unkillable.
in the bowels of outer space lies a monster so cruel, so
I have that
callous,
shit
so
in the background.
evil, that the universe itself trembles at his approach. Behold, the mighty Lord Frieza.
Oh, he's adorable with the horns and that floppy tail and the
Most iconic anime villain ever.
genocide. Oh, awesome.
Almost on par with Darth Vader in Star Wars, but
Frieza's diminutive
Darth
stature
Vader's
and
still more
true
iconic.
gentility were intentionally deceptive and rooted in a surprising place. In response to the Japanese economic bubble at the time, Frieza's design was meant to evoke real estate speculators. Series mangaka
Really?
Akira Toriyama has described such speculators as the worst sort of people. Yes, really.
I guess you could say
I love Akira
Frieza
Toriyama.
is more than meets the eye. Oh, wait, shit, that's later.
Much is
Frieza's
unknown
absolutely
about Frieza's
hilarious in
alien
Abridged.
race and heritage, only that he and his father were born as mutants with abnormally high power levels.
Oh, like how the doc said my blood alcohol level was 0.8 straight out the womb. Frieza was so crazy strong that unlike most Dragon Ball characters who transform to get stronger, Frieza transforms to get weaker. So he doesn't like accidentally nuke a planet, only intentionally.
With his father's empire and army at his beck and call, Frieza would cross the universe, conquering worlds one by one and selling them to the highest bidder. Just like real estate speculators.
And if anyone objected, he'd just kill
God.
them, their entire
I don't know where
family,
that
and
rumor
everyone
started,
they
but-
ever knew. Just like real estate speculators. While he usually lets his weird, multicolored alien grunts do his dirty work for him, Frieza's not afraid to throw down himself, especially if some spiky-haired space monkeys start getting too uppity for their own good.
Frieza's strength comes from his innate understanding and manipulation of his own ki, or life energy, which he can use to enhance his physicality or manifest into projectile attacks.
Like his classic Death Beam, Death Ball, Death Wave, Death Cannon, Death Saucers. Yeah, I'm sensing a theme here.
Frieza
Yep.
can move mountains with his mind.
Not very
fire
creative
laser
with the
beams from his
names, but when
eyes,
you're as strong as
create
Frieza, you don't
force
really have to
fields,
be.
And he even learned to sense the ki of others through sheer observation alone. He's fast enough to keep up with Goku's ki attacks, which, scaled to the ki he absorbed for his spirit bomb against Kid Buu, could move across the universe in less than a minute. That would be over 17 quadrillion times the speed of light, and he's gotten even stronger and faster since then.
You know you're a badass when you can stroll into Planet Vegeta, a planet filled with people whose only higher aspirations involve murder and hate kills, and talk shit like you own the place. And
Yep.
he got so paranoid about one of
Straight
them
up
getting
punk
strong
Vegeta's
enough to
dad.
kick his ass that he blew up the friggin' planet.
Like it was
Considering Planet
nothing.
Vegeta has 10 times the gravity of Earth. This would mean it likely has 10 times the mass and 100 times the energy required to overcome its gravitational binding energy
Literally
and
just-
destroy it. That's over.
Seriously, how is
5.3
Megatron dealing with
gigatons of
this?
TNT.
And that was in his weakest form.
Megatron
Too bad
loses
he
to
couldn't have
Optimus all the
missed
time, and
spot.
Optimus
Or
would be
several,
screwed if
because
he fought
a bunch of
Frieza.
Saiyans survived to fight another day. Space genocide just ain't what it used to be.
This would come back to bite him when he was finally forced to confront the Earthbound Saiyan Kakarot, and accidentally ended up being the reason he turned into the legendary
This
Super
actually
Saiyan.
is probably
Like
the most
albino
iconic
Goku
anime
is,
moment ever.
Frieza has survived being pounded by Broly for over an hour straight, crushed by Goku's Spirit Bomb, and then split in half, consumed by an exploding planet, and left afloat in the vacuum of space.
Yep, and still
He
didn't
can
die.
survive without the vast majority of his body, though unlike other Dragon Ball villains,
He can't regenerate.
heal on his own.
It didn't help him that much after he got his ass sent to hell, but because of that dragon in his balls, he was back at it again.
And with just 4 months worth of training, the first
Completely
time he
caught
ever
up to
trained
Goku
in
and
his
Vegeta
entire
in God
life,
form.
Frieza was able to achieve a new transformation capable of surpassing the Super Saiyan, Golden Frieza.
That's a level of laziness I aspire to. With DeviantArt Frieza here lets him keep up with Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta.
A significantly
I actually
weaker
like
Super
Golden
Saiyan
Frieza.
God Goku could blow up the
Again,
whole
I
of
also have that
Universe
figure
7
on my
in
shelf.
A punch clash with the God of Destruction, Beerus, and the shockwaves of their punches were able to reach the edges of existence in only a few seconds. Over 270 quadrillion times the speed of light. And
I like a
before
bridge cell
so
better than
many
Canon
years of
Frieza,
power-ups
but I
and
like
training
Frieza
between
overall
them and
better as a
Totally
villain.
crazy, but nothing compared to his newest and greatest form.
A transformation capable of surpassing Goku's Ultra Instinct and Vegeta's Ultra Ego, their peaks at this point. A transformation even stronger than Gas, who was wished to be the strongest in the universe.
He literally said F you to the Dragon Balls. This is Black Frieza.
The
Oh, God, I gotta catch up on the manga. I know this is spoiling a little for it, but I'll catch up.
Frieza all along.
Come on, give us another prediction. Oh, Wiz, I think you're gonna die. No, for some godforsaken reason, he didn't use his newfound power to kill those pesky Saiyans. They were right there, you moron.
In
Seriously?
fact, he once committed the archvillain's greatest sin and teamed up with them to save their universe and beat Jiren, a being comparable to the gods of
Honestly,
destruction.
Frieza,
Because no one's
you don't
allowed
take your chance to
destroy
kill
the
them. Whatever
universe but
happens
him.
to you is your
And
own
that's a
fault at this
promise
point.
he means to keep. This almighty emperor will continue to rule the universe with an iron grip and a heart of ice.
Let's see how
You either
Megatron
die
is
a
supposed to
hero,
deal with
or
Frieza.
You live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Or you live even longer and become an 80s toy commercial. This is Megatron.
In Cybertron's ancient past, the planet was ruled by the Functionist religious order, which decreed a Transformer's natural-born alternate mode determined their role and status in society rather than letting them choose for themselves. Born into this repressive caste system, Megatron of Tarn dreamed of something more.
So this giant Hasbro toy robot, only $5.99 at your nearest retailer, wrote a manifesto on peaceful dissent that got popular with the oppressed Cybertronian working class. So much so, in fact, that the Senate tried to have him assassinated. Whoa, politics alert!
After surviving that brush with death, Megatron was convinced that peace could never be an option. The only path left to overthrow the crippling social order was violent revolution.
So were the Autobots originally the bad guys here? Optimus Prime? More like Optimus Crime? Never say that Megatron wasn't committed. The civil war he started between the two groups lasted 9 million fucking years. And again, remember,
Shit, dude.
toy
Literally,
robots.
learn to
He
let
was
things
aided in his
go.
war efforts by
Or at
his
least, like, have
immensely
a peace
powerful
talk
fusion
once.
cannon, a giant laser bazooka that can hit targets from 12 miles away and level a small town in a single shot. These projectiles are so fast, they're able to exit the atmosphere from ground level after only a single second. By scaling the distance of the Earth using the angle of this shot, the fusion cannon's projectile must be moving over 4,200 times the speed of sound.
But, like me, the fusion cannon needs a little time to recharge between shots. So Megatron's got some tools to keep the job going. He can close the distance with his Energon mace and block blows with his Energon shield. It helps that Meg's literally
None of
fought
this
as
is
a
even
gladiator
close to
before
a
his
match
stunt
to
as a
Frieza.
revolutionary.
Like, seriously,
Megatron
even in
can
his
fire
weakest
lasers
base
from
form.
his eyes and arms, launch buzzsaws strong enough to slice through solid rock, fly through the air, and open up a force field known as a panic bubble.
Now, it might seem like a huge flaw
Great.
that lets enemy combatants inside, but that's only until you realize it won't let them back out again. That's when the panic part comes in. Megatron's not trapped in there with you. You're trapped in there with him.
Megatron's Cybertronian body is strong enough to match the Autobot leader Optimus Prime, who can toss around oil tankers
Good
weighing
for him.
hundreds of thousands of tons. And Megatron's metallic hide was tough enough to survive an explosion so massive it launched the entire planet of Cybertron through space.
By taking a look at Cybertron's mass and how fast it was sent flying
It's like a
to get
small
its
moon.
overall kinetic energy, Megatron must have survived a blast equal to nearly 4.5 ninotons of TNT, enough to annihilate a small star. He can even keep up with Decepticons like Starscream.
Whatever,
who can fly
Frieza should
across the
still be able to
galaxy
handle him
burn the
easily.
Cybertron at hundreds of thousands of
I'm
times
seriously not
light.
impressed here,
And he
guys.
wouldn't be a transformer without being able to transform into various vehicles. A tank, a stealth bomber jet,
And a gun! Just a gun. Walter B-38, in fact. I'm sorry, Wiz. I know he's this tragic revolutionary corrupted by the cycle of violence or whatever, but
No, that was
is
ridiculous.
The funniest shit I've ever seen. What does he have, like his Deceptive buddies point him at people? and
Yeah,
fire?
seriously, dude.
sometimes he can fire himself too.
Oh my god. That looks
Just
even
shoot your
sillier.
laser
You may be
cannon,
laughing,
dude.
But Megatron is no joke.
No,
By
he kind of
utilizing
is.
Space bridge teleportation technology, Megatron can establish a remote link up to a nearby black hole and teleport the antimatter it produces to his location.
Through his eyeballs.
Should matter and antimatter meet, they will be mutually annihilated in a brilliant release of energy defined by E equals mc squared. It doesn't matter how durable the matter is, it will be destroyed at the subatomic level.
As Megatron's war for
This is some
control of
BS they're
Cybertron
probably gonna
dragged
try to
on,
use to
all of his
justify that he could kill
highfalutin ideals
Frieza.
started to fall to the wayside.
In essence, there used to be a point to the war. Now,
Frieza could
war
wipe him
was the
out
point.
before he
His
activates
only
or
goal
pulls
left was to
anything in.
rule Cybertron with a literal iron fist.
That's where Megatron's greatest weapon came into play. His mind. The dude is a strategic and tactical genius who's always thinking 10 steps ahead.
He's fought powerful Transformers like Grimlock, Predaking, and the Decepticon, a being with the power of an entire evil universe behind it.
He and Optimus have even fought Nova Prime and Regenesis Shockwave, both of whom could utilize the energy of that same universe.
Megatron once sealed himself inside an Omniglobe and commanded 1,000 real-life battles at once, funneling every iota of relevant information into his brain at the same time. The sheer deluge of data would be incomprehensible for anyone without that supercomputer brain.
But all that robot ass-kicking ended up as a draw, and the only true loser was Cybertron.
With the planet in ruins and its civilization extinguished, the Cybertronian Golden Age was long over. And the vanguard of its destruction was Megatron.
Who's now a crusty Saturday morning
Fought so
cartoon
long and
villain
so
with a
hard
voice
you
that
lost
sounds
everything
like
you
he
were
smokes
fighting for in
40
the
packs
first
a day,
place.
And a hate boner for his boneheaded second in command, Starscream.
I low-key have always
After
liked
millennia of a
Starscream. I don't know why.
humiliating stalemate with his Boy Scout rival, Megatron's brilliant mind finally turned inward. He remembered that his early writings advocated for peaceful conversion and free thought instead of domination.
It took you 9 million years to remember why you started fighting
Yet you
in the
can
first
fight
place. Would that never
9
get
million
lost in the
battles at
cloud?
once or
In
some
what
shit.
was possibly his most surprising tactical move yet, Megatron saved the universe from annihilation as an Autobot.
What?
He realized that after millions of years of indefinite war, the ideals that he fought for, freedom, justice, equality, had switched sides, and Megatron had to as well.
Turns out there was more to this supervillain than met the eye, because true to his nature, Megatron transformed.
I'm still not
This
impressed.
episode-
All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Get him, Frieza. Like, seriously, if this is Obi-Wan and Kakashi again, I swear to God, I'm gonna go on like a 10-minute rant. I don't care what crap from a black hole Megatron could pull in at the last second.
Greetings, noble warrior of planet Cyber whatever. I, Lord Frieza, claim this world as my own. Cheer for me or face annihilation.
Tell him,
I have fought
Frieza.
for my planet for eons. I would rather see it turn to ash than reside in your filthy hands, organic scum.
I love it when they monologue back. Kitty, how have to construct a new mothership from your corpse.
Facts. Turn him into scrap metal, Frieza.
What's wrong? Is that clunky robot body too slow to keep up?
Yes!
I wish it more than suffice, you blithering ponce.
Not necessarily. I mean, Batman's smarter than Superman, but if Superman wanted to hit him, he'd still hit him. That's right, get him with the telekinesis.
Where did he go? Huh?
Really? Get him, Frieza. What you gonna do now?
Well, doesn't this just always happen? I give it 5 minutes.
Behold the mighty Lord Frieza, ruler of a dying planet. My planet. Where is your army? Where is your ship? So powerful, and yet you will wander the depths of space for eternity. All because of me! What a fool.
You despicable cretinous worm! I'll torture you until your screams can be heard in the vacuum of space!
Die of fools.
If this kills Frieza, I'm gonna be so pissed. There you go.
You will die by my hand!
You fool!
Cybertronians must kill them all.
There we go. Seriously, I was nervous for a second.
1 minute and 10 seconds. Idiot.
Megatron's ruthless resilience may have netted him a win in some scenarios, but Frieza's overwhelming power gave him a clear edge.
Megatron's ace.
Did
in the
anyone
hole
here
was his
think he didn't
antimatter,
have the
which
edge?
would have annihilated Frieza's ass no matter how tough it was.
And that was a real possibility. Megatron is a master tactician and manipulator with millions of years of combat experience. Frieza,
Yeah,
on the other hand,
sure.
has always relied on his raw power and intimidation to win fights.
When things don't go his way, he has a tendency to freak out.
However, Frieza has survived getting most of his body obliterated and kept going.
Which meant the antimatter wasn't a surefire win. It would have to completely cover Frieza's whole body before he could react, and Frieza was way too fast for that.
While Megatron scaled to characters who could cross galaxies, Frieza has kept up with Goku, who should be at least trillions of times faster.
And on his smaller size and key force fields, Frieza had more than enough ways to avoid, defend, or survive the antimatter.
So Megatron's only option was power.
Who could have
While
guessed?
Megatron has survived planet-busting explosions and even fought with a being that had the energy of a universe behind it, Golden Frieza was just too much for him, considering he certainly surpassed Goku and Beerus' Punch Clash. Since Universe 7 as a whole should be over 13 times larger than our own universe, Frieza's super forms would far exceed Megatron's own power.
And that
Yes!
happened at the beginning of Dragon Ball Super. Goku has gotten
Seriously, why
stronger
was this
since
even
then,
a fight?
And Black Frieza is
I like
currently
pretending
beyond
Megatron
him.
can keep
There
up
was
with
just
Frieza.
No way Megatron was strong enough to keep up.
Megatron was
See?
a devious foe, but Frieza's power, speed, and sheer survivability allowed him to crush the Decepticon leader underfoot.
I guess you could say Megatron was cool, but Frieza was cooler.
The winner is Frieza.
All right, let's see who's next. That's Scar? Gojo versus Makima. Jujutsu Kaiden versus Chainsaw Man. I haven't seen either of those animes yet, so I can't tell you anything about either of the characters, but I want to. I might react to some of the animes for you guys if you guys think you'd be interested in that. But this honestly was a fun death battle to watch. Sorry guys, I can't talk right now. It ended exactly how I thought it should end, for once. Like, I don't know where these guys have been going lately, but they finally got their heads back on straight and gave Frieza the win he clearly deserved. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this death battle with me. I mean it means the world. We're getting more and more views every day. We're at 35 subscribers. I really want to reach 50 by the end of October. Like, comment, subscribe for more reaction videos just like this one. I'll see you in my next video. Have an awesome day, guys. Take it easy.